Alright, this is my view today, but right here is where I'm going to be metal detecting. This is a rugby field that is over near my house in a little park that gets quite a bit of use. So hopefully we're going to try the sidelines a little bit and maybe pick up some coins and maybe a ring or two. So we'll give it a shot and see what we find. Alright, I'm using my Knox 800 today, detecting in this rugby field. We're going to be going along the sidelines first. Probably got about an hour before it gets too dark to detect. But you can see here I've got wide open field, but people just showed up, so I'll stay out of their way and see what we can find. So let's give it a go. We're using Park 1 settings today, all factory defaults, 50 tones, and I think I've got 22 is my sensitivity. We'll see if it's pretty quiet. I might turn that up a little bit. Let's go through our menu here. I've got auto tracking for ground balance turned on. Seems to work for me. We'll give it a shot here. That right there is the peg they use to mark the edge of the field. So we'll leave that where it's at. Turn off my iron. It is off. Getting quite a few low tones. Shouldn't be getting tones ringing that low. Let's turn it down a little bit and see what happens. That shouldn't change anything. I just changed modes. Let's go back to Park 1. There we go. Now we're in business. Sort of cherry picking for coins today. Mostly just want to get some metal detecting in after a long day of meetings and things that are not quite as fun as metal detecting. So we've got a 25, 26. It's got a small enough signal that it should be a coin. Well, see, for my pinpointer today, I'm going to be using the Technetics. Got something right here. And I'll go with the probe first because it seems like it's right on the surface. There it is. Got some really matted roots here. Don't want to dig them if I don't have to. Just find the edge of the coin. And there we go. Looks like it's a clad dime. Can't quite see the year on that, but it looks pretty new. It's just tarnished. On to the next. This sounds more like a penny. It's a 23. And I think my detector batteries just died. So we're going to switch to the MindLab Pro 35. Gives us a good signal right here. Sounds like a penny. And it is 2 pennies. Well, a penny and a dime. That might explain why it was up at the 24 signal. Nothing old. Nothing else in the hole. Let's move on. Looks like this is just a dime factory over here. Another 26 in the grass. There it is. This MindLab isn't quite as sensitive as the Technetics. I'm not feeling it with the probe. There it is. Just a little ways away. Sort of open a little hole with the probe here. See if I can coax that dime up if that's what it is, and it looks like it is. Right there. $1983 maybe? Looks like an 83. I'll have to look closer when I get home. There's a 31. This could be a quarter. You can hear something there. It sounds like a coin. But no, it's not. It is a watch ring. Looks like a little kid's sort of finger watch. Is that what it's called? Can't tell if it runs or not, but it's a unique little find. In the pouch it goes. Let's see if there's anything else in the hole. Nothing else. On we go. GoPro. When I'm metal detecting like this, I'm cherry picking quite a bit, so I'm only searching for stuff that's near the surface. Just doing a quick pass over to see what I can find. Apparently, I just missed it. Just off to the side. There it is. I hear a coin with the tip of the probe here. Open a small hole and get on the other side. See if we can lift that up through the roots. There we go. And we have a Lincoln 2014 shield back. On we go. jumpy signal. Might have 2 coins here. Getting a penny reading of a 22, but there it is, and I can actually see where it's sort of laying in the grass where the grass isn't growing. Let's see if that's right. There it is, right on the surface. Nice and shiny, looks like a 1999. Let's see if we had anything else around here. Nope, just the one. That's a deeper signal. I'm going to leave that one, even though it's something I'd normally dig. I know where it is. I can come back to it. Should have a penny right here. Good solid 22. Just barely in the roots here. Just open a small hole, get on the back side of it. I think I just pushed it off to the side there. Can feel it in the hole, and there we go. Another Lincoln, not sure on the year, memorial penny. You know, I just noticed I'm running in the wrong mode. I'd switch to 5 kilohertz. I prefer to hunt in multi. It's an interesting signal. 11 is often aluminum for me, but sometimes you can find a ring in this range as well. I'm not finding anything with a pinpointer. There we go. I was a little bit off with my knocks on the pinpointing. Let's see what we've got in here. I can feel something down here. And it is aluminum. Looks like a little bit of can slaw, maybe a Red Bull. Got picked up by the lawnmower and chewed out. So when that happens, if I get a similar signal right around it, tend to not dig it up. So right here, we've got the same signal. We've got an 11. about the same depth, probably part of the same can. So for now, well, it's tempting. That's a 13. This could also be part of the same can, just a bigger piece. Now I can feel it with the tip of my probe, and because it's a brass probe, I can actually take the probe when I'm right on it, and because it's not ringing like a coin, I can press a little harder, and the probe will punch right through the aluminum. So I know that that's a piece of aluminum, and if I don't want to dig it, I don't have to, right? So let's get out of the can slot area, see if we can find some more targets. It's a solid 20. There we have it. It sounds like a coin again. And I put my finger down in the hole I dig, and then the probe down on the other side of the coin. Sort of use it like tweezers. I can pull up the coin pretty easily that way, with only making a little hole about the size of my finger. And it was a Lincoln Memorial penny. Let's see if we can find some more. Got a 17 right there. 26. Showing up a little bit deeper. This could be a dime next to something else, or just a dime on its own. So even though it's only about 2 or 3 inches deep, this Minelab is not picking it up. I know it's right here or thereabouts, so I'm going to have to dig a plug on this one. Based on what the Equinox told me, the target should be on the bottom side of this plug. It shouldn't be too deep, or it should be right at the break point. So we'll see what we've got here. Flip it over here. It looks like I turned off my metal detector and knocked the penny out with it. That's why I wasn't getting a reading on it. Let's see. 1974 is the year on this one. Let's just check the bottom of the plug to make sure there's not another signal down here. Making sure it's on, of course. I'm not finding one, so back it goes. This is can slot range for sure, a 9 or 10. There it is. I can feel the aluminum, and that brass tip just punches right through it. Where this is a soccer field and a rugby field, I'm not going to dig holes that I don't have to, where it's in the season. Just felt the edge of something right here. Could be a penny, could be something different. Let's see. And this looks like it's some sort of a staple. A piece of wire, maybe a buckle off some sports equipment. So I was getting a funny signal. I was getting a 13 and a 17 bouncing around. I just thought I'd pick it up because it was right near the surface, and it was a screw with a washer on it. That wouldn't feel good on anybody's foot. So we'll go ahead and take that out. It's really amazing how well the Nox picks up targets that are side by side, just or even on top of each other, in contact with each other. So. Check this out. This is the sunset on the mountains that I get to watch as I metal detect. Just a beautiful evening. Over here we've got the sunset. Okay, so you've probably been able to watch on the video and seen that I keep messing up my settings on the Nox as I fumble around with these buttons here. Got to the point where I think I know what I'm doing, and I keep switching it into 5 kilohertz mode on field 1, or possibly switch to field 2, and I'll have to go back and see when I did that by watching the video. But just noticed the tones were a little bit different, and the threshold cutoff was a little different, so. I'm going to leave that one. It's really jumpy. It goes from a 21 all the way up to a 33. Here we have a 12. I like dipping 12s. For me, it's off in the bottom range for a pull tab. The 12 is. So it's right here on the sideline. So let's see what we got here. Might be some aluminum as well. Sort of using the probe to pull everything away from the target without really digging a big hole. Let's see where it went now. I might have actually cut the target up with those roots. There it is. Let's see what we got down here. Can feel a little bit of a target just on this edge. And not sure if you can see this here, but it looks like we've got a rivet of some sort. Maybe the back to a pin. It looks like the back to a pin. Some sort of award they probably handed out to all the losers. Everybody gets a trophy, right? Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Here's a coin for sure. Either a dime or a penny. Right here in this clump of grass. There it is. So we can pull the roots away a bit. Looks like a penny from the edge. And it is a little bit of crud on it, but it's a Lincoln Memorial. Oh, I was a little too hasty closing that up, I think. Definitely got another signal in there. There it is. Possibly another penny or maybe even a dime. Let's see. And it is a dime. I think we're safe now. Oh. Yeah, I think we're done. Can't see the date. It looks 2000 something. Pretty new. Getting a solid 13. $13 means pull tab, and pull tab means you have to dig it, because it could also be a ring, you know, 1 out of 100. Or maybe it's 1,000. Feels like 1,000. Definitely does feel like a pull tab from the way it just hit the probe. And there it is in the hole. Get this guy out. Now only 999 more before the next ring, right? Did want to show you guys, I have had quite a bit of success in this park, particularly with rings. Not a whole bunch of valuable ones, but I keep a little keychain that I keep my finds on here. Got a couple tungsten carbide, some stainless, a whole bunch of silver, so not bad on the silver, and 3 gold. So gold one has a couple gems in it. This one has a whole bunch of little tiny diamonds, and this one's just gold itself. But 14 karat. Not bad. I've been able to return a few rings, one this year already, and a couple last year. But engrave your rings, people. It's the best way to get it back to you. On we go. Not sure if you can see that. I'm getting the screen is flashing almost brightness intensity when I go over that target. Might be because I've got the volume turned up so much that it's drawing a little extra current. There we go. Right on the surface. Little penny for us. Just a Memorial Lincoln. 2004. $27. It's on the upper end for a dime and a lower end for a quarter. Could be a penny on the surface too. We'll see. There it is. That's a penny that's seen better days for sure. See if there's anything else. Something else next to it. Got a coin down there, flat surface. Looks like another penny. Another Lincoln. Let's see if we had anything else in the hole. Maybe not, just the 2 pennies. If the Mine Lab can't pick this up on the surface, I'm going to leave it just because it is starting to get dark. See if I can cherry pick a couple better targets. So that one sounded like a penny. I also left these pull tabs over there. Probably all gold rings because I left them. I'll never know, will I? Okay. Looks like I'm about striking out. The lights are on in the pickleball courts down there off in the distance. The sun's gone down, so it's not on the mountains anymore. And just a little bit of the sunset's left. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's only been about I think it was about a half-hour hunt. So I'll trim this up a little bit. See if I can just show you the few finds. The only thing that was really good was the unique watch, the finger watch. So I'll add that to the pile, and maybe another coin or two on the way back to the car. There it is. It's a shield penny. Got a pretty low 11-12 tone here that is actually coming up as being pretty deep. About right there, I think. I'm going to give this a plug. Quick check. See if I can see what it is down here. I'm cutting a bigger plug than I normally do just because I don't know the precise location. And because it is deep, I might need to sort of go laterally once I open it up. But this is some good healthy sod. Should be just fine with that. I'm not finding anything right there. Let's try the Knox again. Starting to seem like a bigger signal than I want to chase, but I'll give it a little bit more of a dig, see what I find. If I can at least get a reading on the pinpointer with the Mine Lab, it might be worth going a bit further. Did seem to be down in this corner, so let's see. Looks like I got it. Let's see where to go. Oh, nope. Quite sure what that is. Looks like a piece of aluminum, but it's really thick on one side. and dirty. But I'll pass it over the detector. It's coming up as high as 18, but a 12 as well. So that looks like what it is. And I think I've run my battery dead on the Mine Lab as well. So yep, it's turned off by itself. So low battery. I have to hit the store and replenish my supply of batteries for my pinpointers. I do carry 2 every time I go out. They save me so much time in digging. I actually dug, once I started metal detecting, I think I went about 6 months without a pinpointer. And that was a miserable 6 months. But I didn't know how miserable I was until I got a pinpointer and vowed to never go back. It was such a big change, night and day difference. As far as recovery speed, severely reducing the number of holes I had to dig. Just well worth it. Good investment. I think I might try the Garrett carrot. I do like the range I get on the Technetics detector. We'll go ahead and power this down. But it seems a little bit finicky to me. A lot of times it will stop detecting. I have to reset it, turn it off, turn it back on. And sometimes when I turn it on, it will overload and I'll have to rebalance it. And it does have quite a few setting options compared to the MineLab Pro, which is just basically on and off. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that's going to be my go-to to pinpointer after I try the Garrett carrot. I've heard a lot of good things about that too. So I guess that wraps it up. So I am the recovery addict. Join me in my addiction here on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, as I swing, beep, and dig my way deeper into this addiction of metal detecting. Thanks a lot. Okay, it's time for a quick wrap-up. And with a short hunt, the wrap-up's short as well. So starting at the top, I've got a little finger watch that was sort of neat. Some little fake stones around there. A little buckle of some sort, piece of a Red Bull can, some other aluminum pull tab, the back to a pin, and this that came up as 2 distinctly different signals, a screw with a washer on it. As far as coins, all I got were pennies and dimes, and I got 11 pennies with the oldest being 1974 and 5 dimes with the oldest being 1983. So that wraps it up.